I love drawing things, some clouds, moon, sun. I like to draw things.
I really like art and it's very relaxing, and I really love the art too.
I love drawing, coloring, bordering, and all the other stuff artists have to do.
Blue and white is my favorite color.
My favorite color is red.
Pink. Neon pink. That's a color.
My favorite thing to draw or paint is a spaceship. Spaceship is so cool that one day I want to get hired by NASA and explore the moon. So when I first came to art class, I thought I was very nervous and I was thinking, no, I can't do that. That's too hard and that's too hard. That Miss told me, why are you being so afraid? Be confident. And it suddenly became so easy, and she encouraged me to do focus on the drawing without any distraction.
I'm Atia Maibam. I have completed my BFA and MFA from Faculty of Fine Arts from University of Dhaka. I have been taking classes from year 2 to year 8, and now recently we have introduced IGCSE, Art and Design. We teach here pencil sketch, we teach here watercolor, acrylic paint, we do some experimental painting, we do printmaking with found objects, and we do observational drawing. We also teach here art history. I think it's very important for the students to know about the artists, the art history, the art movements.
In our art history section, we learned about lots of artists and their art styles. Some had line drawing, some had beautiful paintings, some had portraits, and everyone had their different style.
We discuss about Leonardo da Vinci, Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Claude Monet, Henri Matisse.
Ms Atia told us a lot about journal evidence. There was a situation where there was no food. And even though they had the money, there was no food to buy.
Apart from just learning and discussing about their life and the famous paintings they have done, we also let the students copy their famous paintings, famous artworks. For example, one student did the self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh, done by Vincent van Gogh, and one student did Starry Night, one student did Mona Lisa, done by Leonardo da Vinci.
We have learned about Mondrian style art, where we need to draw a picture, then fill it with some shapes, then we need to color it with red, blue, yellow, our primary colors, and then we need to highlight it with black.
It's a very common practice in art schools, like copying the famous paintings from the master artists, because the students will get to learn the techniques, the brush techniques, the composition, the proportion, and the color palettes used by the famous painters.
So we also learned observational drawing, where our teacher puts any kind of objects on the table, and then we observe it really nicely, and from every detail to detail we draw it.
It can be very time consuming. You can't finish a drawing in one class. You need 2 classes to finish one observational drawing.
We learned sketching, how to sketch darkly, then slowly going to light art.
We have to look for where the light is coming and where are the shadows, so it can look more realistic.
We also introduce watercolor and acrylic colors to the students. We teach our students different watercolor brush techniques like wet on dry, wet on wet, and graded wash.
You feel all the color, okay? Edges should be like this, okay? Not that smooth, okay? It should be rough, okay?
They learn these brush techniques and they apply it in their paintings.
We not only paint with brushes, but we also paint with found objects. Our teacher said us to bring some stuffs from our home, like medicine boxes, toilet tissue rolls, bubble wraps. So we printed with them. We also printed with our hand, prints.
So we used the things in our sketchbook and we pressed it, and it has a beautiful shape, and it's very shaded when you use red and orange. And I used some water bottles to give some flowers. And then once I used a string to give the branches of a tree.
Painting with found objects was really fun, but also very unpredictable of what you're gonna make. Like you don't really have an idea on what to make. After you find your objects, you have sort of an idea, and you try to do that, but at the end you make something which is completely different.
In this way, it's teaching you to open your mind, looking outside the box.
Upcycling is like taking an object which is not really in use and make it more valuable and nicer. We took some tissue rolls, like empty tissue rolls, and we made them into different things. Like some of them made it into characters, some made it into like animals or anything. We made a bunch of castles. We used a lot of Pringles cans, and we used a lot of paper, paint, and stuff like that. I made a film which included the miniature model. I used the hospital, which was made by Ittiba, Richie, and some other members.
Recently we started IGCSE Art and Design as well, so the interested students can choose art and design as an IGCSE subject.
We also had an exhibition in like May 2022, where from year 4 to year 10 had their exhibitional drawings over there. And that time I was in year 3, so none of my paintings could go to the exhibition. So now I have a chance in 2023 to have my paintings hanged in the wall.
It's called the art exhibition, or you can just call it art festival, art fest for short.
Usually in different art schools, the teacher lets the students draw, suppose a mango or a house in just one way, and the whole students copy it in the same way. But here at STEMAYS, we don't do like this. We don't practice like this.
I like the free drawing class. I get to draw anything I want. I get to draw the coolest or weirdest things. When it was a free class, I draw a pizza, solar system, butterflies, and flowers.
There's no bad artwork. Every art has its own style, so if your art has any mistakes, it does not mean if it's not an art. Everyone's art does not need to be perfect.
As a department, we try to be a place of imagination, inspiration, and innovation. We also encourage our students to be more free, creative, and original.